Okay. I literally feel like I took a plane here. It's just been so long and hectic, but I'm finally here. Okay. Hi guys. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jules. I'm officially at my parents' apartment in Utrecht. I'm gonna be here for the next couple of days to celebrate the New Year's with one of my best friends that's coming over later tonight. She's actually flying in from Dublin, and her flight gets here around 7 or 8 p.m. So I have pretty much the whole day to myself, which is great because I'm gonna be able to settle in and hit a few spots in town that I've missed dearly. This is the first time that I've come here alone. I'm usually always here with my parents. I used to be able to come a lot more often, but since I started working in October, I just haven't had any time off until now. Initially, I wasn't even gonna stop by. I just noticed the huge Christmas tree. I literally forgot that they put up all the Christmas stuff. It's gonna be so cozy. But initially, I wasn't supposed to be here. It kind of like was a last minute plan because me and a bunch of my girlfriends wanted to do something fun for the New Year's. So we were gonna come here and then do the New Year's in Amsterdam. But a lot of people ended up flaking last minute, which is pretty usual for big group plans. So we ended up doing just a little girls trip out of it with my best friend, which is great because I wanted her to come here for the longest time either way, and I wanted us to have a trip together, like just us two either way. So it kind of worked out perfectly. And this like time at the end of the year between Christmas and the New Year's is always a little bit of like limbo where you're like, I don't really know what to do, but I also want to have fun, but I also want to be reflecting about the year and starting to set my goals and like visualize 2026 and all that stuff. And there truly is like no better place to do that than here. I feel extremely at peace when I'm here, and like I can finally take myself out of like a very fast-paced environment that is Paris. So I'm very excited to be here, but I did have a little bit of a hard time getting here. The train was 1 hour late because they changed from like the fast lane to the normal lane. I don't really know why. And then I had to wait 20 minutes to take the train from Rotterdam to Utrecht. Then in Utrecht, I was going to take a bus that I waited 10 minutes for, and then I missed it because I was going to a different bus that I thought was going to get here sooner, but it like literally never came. So I went back to the first bus stop and I had to wait an extra 10 minutes, which is stupid because we live so close to the station. So I literally could have walked. It would have been the same, but I don't want to be negative. The most important thing is that I'm here and that I have all my stuff. I like very easily start to spiral about like all the things I have to do before my friend gets here. But I have like 8 hours in front of me. Like that's more than enough time to do everything I want to do. So I need to literally chill. Yesterday was my birthday, which was very hectic, but also quite fun. We had the nicest like dinner out in Paris with my other best friend. And I just felt like recharged in terms of love batteries. I just felt very loved, which was awesome. I can't tell how shit I look right now, but I'm thinking pretty shit. Anyways, I am gonna call my parents to tell them that I got here safe, unpack. I need to go grocery shopping, but before that I need to go into town and do a little bit of normal shopping just because tomorrow is the 31st. We're gonna be spending the whole day in Amsterdam. And then the 1st, everything's gonna be closed, and then we're leaving on the 2nd. But I don't even think we're gonna be here for the day. If I wanna hit all of my usual spots, I think it has to be today. And there's just like this really amazing vintage shop here that I always buy my jeans at. Like literally all my jeans are from this shop. So I need to go back and get some more. I really wanna go get a matcha, maybe a little bite to eat. I think it's 12. Yeah, it's 12:36. So I should have a little bite to eat soon. I wanna go buy bread and then go to one of my favorite stores ever called Dylan Camille. This is like a homeware, like decorating store. And they have just like the best, funnest, coolest selection of stuff. I never go in with like a specific idea of what I want, but I always come out with a bag full of stuff, which is always fun. But I know I want to get some tea from there. I also really want to journal some more. I already journaled in the train, but I really want to do like my end of year reflections that I do every year. It's like a series of questions that I ask myself. Until I do them, I don't really feel like I'm entering a new year. So it's kind of primordial for me to do them before the first. I mean, there's no like, I don't have to do it before the first, but if I want to feel like I'm ringing in the new year with a new fresh spirit, that's going to be extremely helpful, especially because in 2025 I had a kind of a burnout, which meant that I didn't get a chance to do that, and I literally felt so stagnant and so frustrated and sad and like all this pent-up energy during all of like January and like February. So I don't want to do that this year. I want to like take the time to sit down and reflect and set my goals and feel hopeful and excited and ambitious and motivated and organized for 2026. So I'm hoping that I'll have a little bit of time to do that, and then I'm gonna go pick up my friend at the train station when she gets here.
Hola, ¿dónde andas?
Estoy en tu casa.
¿Ya estás en mi casa instalada?
Look at how cute my mom left the room. It really feels like a hotel. She even got my friend a gift. It's a very cute bowl. This is one of the books I want to reread this year, or this coming year, so I might take it home. Okay, I decided I'm gonna unpack later because I need to take advantage of the gorgeous light and weather before it gets dark in like literally 3 hours. I'm gonna wear this because my hair's not looking too cute right now, even though I literally washed it last night. Also, my new sunglasses that my sister got me for my birthday are an absolute must. I like desperately need to put on a lip, but okay, it's 1 p.m. I'm officially out of the house. Honestly, such a gorgeous day. I can't even believe it. I feel so happy to be here. Like just like genuine happiness, and I'm so excited. Street has almost all of my favorite spots. First stop, Vintage Island. Oh my god, okay, I was not expecting to spend that much, but I found some good stuff, I'm excited. Next stop is I'm gonna go get myself a little matcha.
And I feel something inside. I know all is said and
get the cookies, but literally the person right in front of me got the last 2 of them, which is a little bit disheartening, but it's fine. I'm trying these what do you said? Something that sounds like olive oil or something. She told me it's basically Dutch pastry that they eat for New Year's. It has raisins in it, and it's like super doughy. You put icing sugar over it. So I bought a couple so that we could try them together. But literally the whole bakery was completely empty, which is usually the case with great spots like this. So far I'm hitting pretty much all of my spots. I feel like I'm going to be able to do everything I wanted to do. Right now we're going to go do a little tour of Dylan Camille and see if I find some stuff. I want to get some tea packets because last time I bought some tea at Dylan Camille and one at the supermarket, loose tea, and the one from Dylan Camille is so delicious and like so flavorful, and the one from the supermarket is completely bland. Like you can't even taste the notes of it. Like you can smell it and it smells delicious, but like once you put it in your tea, it doesn't taste like anything. So I'm gonna go get some good tea from Dylan Camille and see if they have some other cute stuff. That's also where I bought all of my wet jars, by the way. Reasonably priced and a great variety. So I don't think I have enough space in my luggage for wet jars this time around, but definitely for the loose tea. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally having the best time. The best time here. I was kind of scared that I wouldn't feel so comfortable being here without my parents, or that like that I would feel a little bit out of place. But I feel extremely comfortable here. Like literally I stepped down and I was like, I own this city. Like I feel like I know this city like the back of my hand. And I feel at home here, which is crazy. I don't feel like that in a lot of cities, but a lot of cities in Europe though, that I will say. I usually feel pretty quickly at home in cities in Europe, but this one, I feel like I have such a special connection to because it's so sweet. Like there's no other way to describe it. It's such a sweet city. It's not too big, not too small. It's beautiful. There's so many good stuff here, like niche good restaurants or like niche good vintage shops or niche good souvenir shops. Like there's something really good about this place that I just feel. There's also a really cool bookstore that I haven't gone by. I was about to, and then I was like, let's settle down with the shopping for a little bit because my arms are probably not going to be able to carry all of this home. Yeah, that's how much I've fucking shopped. But yeah, I feel really, really good here, and I think also part of it is that I obviously know my way around the city, which helps to like feel independent and free and like happy in a city. But it's also the fact that I know no one here and no one knows me here. It's such a freaking liberating feeling that honestly I take for granted, because when I'm in Paris, I'm always scared to come across someone I know, especially people that I haven't seen in a really long time. Those are like the scariest people to see again. But here, like, I know for a fact that I'm never, watch me, like, right now, meet someone I know. I'm never gonna, hopefully, meet someone that I know. So I feel extremely liberated and free. Like, I can be myself. I mean, I'm always trying to be myself, but I feel just completely detached from, like, society, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm doing my own thing, and I really don't care if anyone's like watching me or if anyone's judging me, because I will literally never see these people again and they'll never see me again. And that's true everywhere, but it just feels a lot more real when you're in a city that's foreign to your city base, basically. There's also something about the language, which is like, I don't know if people are talking shit about me, but I can't understand it either way, so like why would I even care? I like don't. Yeah, so I think that's why I'm also having a really fun fucking time just doing anything and everything. Anyways, I'm gonna head to the grocery store soon, and then I'm gonna get home and start unpacking and do all the other stuff that I need to do. It's 3 p.m. so I was extremely productive out right now, which is great. But I'm starting to get a little bit cold and I just want to chill.
See
Okay, I need to go unpack, but before that, gotta do a little haul. I honestly don't even know how I was able to bring everything. All I know is that I'm probably gonna wake up with a little bit of back pain. But anyways, from Dill and Camille, I got a mandolin, something that we don't have in our kitchen. And sometimes I think of using it. So I thought, why the hell not? And this one is actually everything from Dill and Camille in terms of like utensils and like kitchen stuff is always wood or stainless steel, which is great. Then I got 2 teas that I haven't tried. I got black tea, and then I got white tea with blueberry and coconut. This one was the more funky one that I'm very excited to try. I got 2 cute little plates and a cup. I don't know if I regret this. I might, just because I actually don't know how I'm gonna get all of this to Paris, but that's like another story. But this cup I just sort of fell in love with instantly. It's so cute. It has a little flower inside. And under it, this cute teeny little plate. My vision is in the morning, I usually have a scrambled egg with feta and sliced kiwi and then like the tiniest cup of milk. So a tiny plate for a tiny breakfast. And obviously they go together. Actually, no, I don't regret this. I think this is fun. And I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it, that's for sure. So that was Dill and Camille. And then from the vintage shop, I think you guys saw I tried on a pair of black jeans. They have the craziest selection of Levi's 501s. I'm not gonna try these on again, but they literally fit me like a glove. They are perfectly long and a little higher waisted than my other jeans, which I was very much looking for, which is great. And then something that I wasn't planning on buying, this gorgeous Levi's. Is it Levi's? Of course. Levi's jean jacket. It just fits me so insane that I could not say no. Okay, sorry, my camera was about to die. Yeah. Literally no notes. Like, what do you want from me? I'm weak for denim. I'm weak for denim, for good denim pieces. Like, this is gonna last my freaking whole life. And then some. I love it. It's probably gonna look so cool buttoned up too. I don't know. I really want a darker one as well. Like, that was initially my vision for 2026, was like a dark, perfect fit denim jacket. But this one, I'm gonna love just as much. So I'm very excited about both of those. And then I've never looked at their belt collection, but of course they have really cute stuff. So I got this simple silver buckle. This is kind of like a fake crocodile print. And then this one is super cute. Like a little buckle. And it's like dark blue. So this will probably look so cute with blue, denim blue. So that's my haul. I'm so excited for it to be a little bit warmer so that I'm gonna be able to wear all of my cool new jackets and stuff. Like, everything just looks a little bit better in spring and summer because you can actually see the fit. A lot of the times in winter, it's just, you just have to have a nice coat and then that'll make the outfit, which is great. I love that, but I feel like I can experiment and have a lot more fun in the summer and the spring. So looking forward to that. I turned on all the Christmas lights. This is so cute. My parents have gotten so much into Christmas decoration this year. So all of this stuff I'm pretty sure is new. The tree is not new, but it's recent. And then I think this little guy is also new. He's so funny. But this thing lights up and spins. I just don't remember where I'm supposed to light it. It's 5:30. I showered and picked up my skin, which I'm not very proud of, but we're just gonna ignore. I set the table. I'm gonna put on a big coat and go get her. But yeah, I have a little bit of time before that, so I think I'm just gonna chill and watch TV. I know I said I wanted to work on like my end of year reflections and all of that, but I think I just want to lay down right now and be chill. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen to my body and rest. Où Oscar il travaillait genre.
Ah oui, c'est ça, oui.
Et on est allé.
On
avait en plus
bah,
et c'était super bon. Bonne et ton mec te rappelle genre.
Yeah. Parce que c'est un peu compliqué de...
Good morning. I'm in my mom's closet because I am getting ready for yoga. So I'm trying to find a cute top to wear because my mom has like the cutest workout clothes. She's obviously been collecting for the last like 30 years or something, so she's got a good selection going. But I'm so excited because we booked a yoga class with my mom's yoga teacher that I know and love. I just really enjoy his class. Like, it feels strengthening but also not too intense for me, and he's also just like a very calm, kind person. I don't know, I'm just excited for Maya to meet him and to do this class with me. Also, like, exactly what I would want to do on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Should I wear this? This is not very yoga. I think I'm gonna wear this long sleeve. Okay, great. There's something about this yoga teacher that I feel like he knows that if I just went straight for it, I'd be really good at yoga. And so I feel like every time I see him, I'm like inching closer to my yoga revival or something. My yoga awakening. You know, we don't talk that much, but it's just a feeling. Like, I feel like he's telling me with his eyes, like, you could be really good at this. And I'm like, I know. I'm just like, I need to find a good studio in Paris. Anyways, after yoga, we're probably gonna walk around town, get a bite to eat. Then we're coming home, getting ready and leaving for Amsterdam, which is so exciting. I don't have anything planned apart from a dinner reservation, early dinner, 6 p.m. But we're probably gonna just like go shopping, explore, and have a fun New Year's Eve night. We're gonna see where the night takes us. So, wait, look how cute this is. I love. Let's go. So we just got home from yoga. It was a little bit of a different class than usual. I think because it was the 31st. So our yoga teacher was trying to help us say goodbye to 2025. So we were doing a lot of like release singing. I feel like that's what I would call it. Just a lot of like ums and like vibrational sounds and singing with no words, but as a form to like bring in the new year with only positives and leave all the negative behind, which was a nice initiative, I guess. And then we had a little sandwich at an Italian shop called Lige that my mom put me on. They make really amazing sandwiches, Italian sandwiches. I thought I would bring her so I could have a little bite before leaving for Amsterdam, and she loved it. That was a nice little detour.
Et en plus j'ai cassé un assis, donc j'ai dû recommencer.
A mãe não te deu colo. Qual foi o trauma de infância? Houve uma maldição na sua geração. Pra explicar essa discrepância.
We've been running around Amsterdam. Maybe we should trouver some. Literally every shop, almost every shop we wanted to go to is closed. This is like the cutest stationery store. So I feel like I've been flopping all day. Like I'm bringing her to the coolest spots and we can just look through the window. Another flop, I lost one of my earrings, which I'm so fucking sad about. I literally just got them for my birthday 2 days ago. So that was a bigger flop. I'm still like a tiny bit hopeful that maybe I just didn't put one on and left it at home. So I'm like praying all night until we get home. But we just had a little snack and now we're gonna go walk all the way to the restaurant, which is on the other side of Amsterdam. And yeah, I'm so excited. I wanted to go to this restaurant for the longest time, but they're always booked out. So I got a really early table at 6 p.m. But honestly, it works out fine because we had a really light lunch. So we're a little bit starving. It's gonna be a nice early dinner. Gonna get some drinks and then we'll see what's next.
Que tu rencontres l'amour à petite dose ou à grande dose, ça je m'en fiche, mais que tu rencontres l'amour et que tu sois genre encore plus tu vois genre en fait c'est le truc, mais après si tu l'as pas cette année c'est pas grave, il faut juste un date de Hinge. Un date. Nouvelle année.
Good morning and happy new year to you guys. Wish you all the very best for 2026 and I'm very excited for all that's to come for us. But anyways, it's the first. We woke up a little bit later today, which was expected. Yesterday was just like such a hectic, fun, busy filled day, so we are being a little bit more chill today. We were supposed to go on a bike ride, but as you can tell it's quite gloomy and it's been raining, so I don't know, it's not really the vibe. So I think we're just gonna stay in and welcome the new year calmly. We just have to go get some last minute groceries for dinner tonight and maybe go on a little walk and explore, watch another movie, and yeah, ring in the new year.
Qu'est-ce que tu disais à ta petite caméra?
Que c'était une journée chill et qu'on allait accueillir le nouvel an calmement.
Ouais.
Okay guys, I'm finally back in my room in Paris. It's Sunday. I got here on Friday night. It was a pretty intense day just because obviously it's the day we were leaving, so we were trying to like sort everything out and clean up the house so that when my parents got back it wouldn't seem like we trashed the whole thing. We had Pilates in the morning at the same yoga studio, and then we went to have lunch and do like some last minute shopping. It was completely snowing, which was so fun. Like it was so fun to see the snow, and it was just kind of like very cozy and magical, but we were not dressed appropriately for that weather. We were still in like leggings and a fleece basically, so we got completely soaked. We were supposed to spend the rest of the afternoon in Rotterdam because our train was later in the afternoon, so we would have a little bit of time to kind of explore and maybe go to a design museum I really wanted to check out. But unfortunately that whole day my stomach was hurting so bad. It's not something super uncommon for me, but this day was just like it was a very bad day for that. So we decided to just like stay in and chill. It was also like snowing, so I don't know how much we would have been able to enjoy Rotterdam just because the weather was a little bit tricky to navigate in that sense. Yeah, I'm still a little bit bummed out that we didn't get to have another fun day outside. We were cozied up in our pajamas watching TV, and then we went to get our train and we got home to Paris. But I wanted to come on here to talk about kind of my end of year journaling ritual, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video when I got to my parents' house, that I was really hoping that I could take the time during the next few days to really sit down and reflect on the year and kind of plan and like visualize and like manifest for 2026. This is something that I do every year because it really helps me focus on the things that are important to me for that year and what I want to accomplish. It's just like a fun task. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do have a lot of fun imagining like the best, most crazy and fun filled year for myself and like trying to achieve that. I'm doing it a little bit differently this year because the past 4 years I've used a series of questions that I found on the We're Not Really Strangers Instagram. Like a couple years ago they posted 12 or 13 questions for the new year, and I decided to start doing that, and I've been doing it every year, which is really fun because you get to see kind of like the evolution of it. They kind of help you reflect on the past year and visualize what you're hoping and expecting for the next year. So I've loved doing those. But this year I read Ava Maloche's Substack, which I highly recommend if you haven't. I just love her in general. It's like one of the few people on the internet that I'm like 100% inspired by, and I feel like if you watch her in like these videos you can tell that I get a lot of inspiration from her. And yeah, so I read her Substack on her New Year's like journaling rituals, and it was very similar to what I've been doing, but the difference is that she kind of separates into two sections. One is for reflecting on the past year, and then the second one is to prepare for the next year. So I tried to kind of do a little bit of a mix of both for this year, and I'm going to put on the screen the questions that I asked myself. So far I've only done the reflecting part, and then I'm gonna probably follow her questions for manifesting 2026. I also really like to do a yearly recap where I write for each month like a couple sentences of just like the highlights of that month, just so I can remember the year in like a simpler way and just read it in one page. And then I think I'm also gonna do her January prompted page. I really want to do like more mindful journaling this year because I usually just write at the end of the week like the stuff that happened, and if I'm feeling something especially intense I'll write it in here. But I don't really like force myself to sit down, like ask myself questions and like reflect on stuff all that much. And I think that it's gonna be a very good addition to my mental health and help ground me in a sense. So I'm gonna try it out for January and see how I feel. I also do a vision board usually. I write a list of resolutions, a list of goals, and a bucket list. So I feel like I still have a lot of scheming to do before I feel like I'm actually starting the year in a sense, but it's fine. I usually give myself pretty lenient time from like January to February to really think these things through because it's important for me. I also picked up a couple of books from my bookshelf at my parents' house. This has a lot of books that I had in high school and all the years before. I've been reading my whole life, so it's pretty stacked. But I wanted to pick out these books because they're books that I actually want to reread this year. I feel like most of these I read at a time where I wasn't maybe mature enough to read them, or like mature enough to appreciate them, or maybe I wasn't reading them carefully enough. And I hear so many good things about it and like good experiences about it, and they have like left no mark in my mind at all. So I'm like, that's not normal. I probably didn't read them right. The first one on this list is Just Kids. I do remember loving this book, but I don't remember much from it. I also read it when I was like 16, I think. So I think I'll relate to more stuff now that I'm actually an adult and like living independently and feeling closer to just like my artist self. The second one is The Bell Jar, which I actually hated, and I would say it all the time. I was like, I don't get why people love The Bell Jar, because I did not enjoy it at all. I just felt like it was very slow paced and boring. But since then, I think I've read a lot more books in this style of writing, and that I appreciated. So I think that if I were to reread it, I would be able to see it on a different lens. And I also think, again, that with the place I am in like my life journey, this will probably align better now. Another maybe less popular book is Maggie Nelson's Bluets. This is a book about just all of the things that make her think of the color blue and why it's so special to her eyes. I did not even finish this book, actually. I was like halfway through. It's definitely more like a prose rather than like a book in that sense. Like you kind of have to read it like poetry a little bit, a couple times a week. But I did love it. Like I loved the part that I was reading. I just didn't have enough discipline to finish it, and I do want to get to that ending this year. This is a book that I never started because I was just lazy. And oh, actually I did start it. I think I had just finished reading Just Kids, and I was kind of like sick of that style of writing. I wanted to do something a little bit different, maybe go back into fiction. I think I'm ready this year. I also really want to read the newest Patti Smith book. Don't remember what it's called, but I really want to read it too. So I think this is going to be a very Patti Smith filled year, which is exciting. And the last book I haven't read at all, but I got it a couple of years ago, and it's a French book. I get gifted by my family books every year because they know I love to read, and they're always in French, and I always have a very hard time reading them, and most of the times I don't, because I'm just like so used to reading in English. Not that I like can't read in French, it's just I have this warped perception that I'm not gonna enjoy it as much or that it's not gonna like touch me as much, if that makes sense, which it doesn't make sense, actually. Let's be freaking honest. But I want to force myself this year to read at least one French book to like get myself out of that headspace that is like so stupid. And I think it's going to be this one because it seems really interesting. It's a story of a woman who lost her husband to a motorbike accident, and she's trying to figure out basically why it happens. So this is quite intriguing. I have a pretty good list of books to start the year. I've also been writing down some recommendations from TikTok. I reorganized my TBR. So hopefully this year is going to be the year I read the most ever. I really need to get back into my hobbies and passions like head first. That's always been the moments in my life that I've felt the happiest, was when I was just doing a lot of creative and reading. That is the energy I'm manifesting for 2026. Anyways, I feel like I've blabbered for long enough, but I think I'll stop the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to be really annoying and say be sure to like and subscribe because that makes me happy. But I'll see you guys very, very soon.
Happy New Year! Feu d'artifice! C'est la fin. Et là, tu repartais, tu changeais tes